YouTubers, what's up? It's your boy Hamlet, and we're gonna be bringing you some live content today. All right, for those that haven't read the title, all right, what we're gonna be talking about today is, can you work on your semi truck, fix it, and drive it at the same time? Well, more or less you can. All right. Now there's some things right with buying older equipment, used equipment. You're gonna be going through repairs. All right, and eventually, after spending a lot of money at repair shops, you're gonna realize that you're gonna want to start to save a little bit of that money and make it go to your pocket. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys what we got going on here. All right. So I myself am a driver, and I guess a mechanic, if you want to call it that. All right. And I work on my own rigs, and whether I'm a company driver or owner op, I work on it because regardless, it's time that you are spending in a repair shop and you're not making money regardless. All right. So a lot of this stuff can be very simple and easy to fix. And as time goes on, you will gain more, knowledge on doing so. But that is a caveat, with driving and working on the truck at the same time is you need to learn on how much time is allotted to fix these things. And of course, when you first start off fixing things, you think it's going to be fast, but it's not going to be fast. All right. There's going to be stuff that happens, broken bolts. You're going to get blown up like this. All right. Um, you're going to lose all your hair. You're going to broken bolts, missing parts, need a different type of part, and vice versa. And you can be um, losing money actually by trying to save money, by actually not driving and fixing. So there's a fine balance. Know your balance of your limitations of what you can do in a certain amount of time frame and drive. Because the most thing is you're gonna make the most money not turning wrenches so much, but you're probably gonna make the most money actually driving the truck. Okay. But let's go ahead and give some shout outs. Easy Trucking, first one in the house. What's going on? Thanks for commenting on the last video. And I'm doing much fine. And I'm doing better. You guys can see I did the buzz cut and everything, but I'm doing a lot better. Um, for the 7 people in here, go ahead and mash the like button, mash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell on your way out. Drop a comment down below to let us know what you think of this video, and drop some knowledge for other truckers that are watching this video and are thinking the same thing. Can I work on my truck at the same time while driving it? All right. So right now, this is my brother's truck, and I am doing some work for him. We'll show you guys what we have going on, and we'll talk about it. All right. We got Jersey Trucker. What's going on? MD Chevy Box Boy. I haven't seen you in a minute. How's it going, brother? Let's change this around. All right, guys. So if you watched the previous video, you would see that I was welding up in here. I don't know if you can still see it. You can kind of see it right there. I was welding in there, and because I was welding with carb cleaner and whatnot, this stuff was flammable, and I didn't preheat it to make it explode on its own. It took me the first time to realize to do that. So, school of hard knocks, live and learn. Otherwise, we went ahead and ran the overhead on all the valves. Since we removed the jakes to get to that pin, we removed the jakes, and we also, like I said, ran the overhead on the entire intake and exhaust while we were here, and also the overhead on the jakes. Other than that, it's we're ready to go ahead and put the caps back on, and the other stuff that we have done to the truck is we got a new steering gearbox. All right, new steering gearbox, new pitman arm. We'll have video for that. and some new hoses or whatnot. And this steering shaft is new. I didn't put that in. And we got a new drag link. All right. So the steering is nice and tight. These are one of the things DOT tends to check out, and you want to make sure that you don't have any play whatsoever. So you'll get put out of service, for having excessive play, and they'll make you replace that out on the road. And that's not a cheap part that you want to be replacing out on the road, especially for a service call. Other than that, that's what we did. We also went and torched off the one piece clutch brake. All right, the clutch brake. We went and torched that off. I got that out, and I put the two piece in there. Um, I'm starting to lean more towards the two piece just because if it does go bad, you can easily just snap it in place and go ahead and drive on and not waste so much time torching and cutting out the one piece that's always in there. But to each his own, right? I just would think a lot of people tend to tell me that these two piece designs, this is not a two piece, but the two piece designs tend to rip out a lot. They fly out, but I think they're making updates where they're making them better. But if you carry one of these two piece in your truck, you can easily pop them in if they ever do fly out, and it's gonna save you money there. All right. Other than that, brother got some new seats, legacy lows. All right, and we still have to install that and do wood floors. We're not gonna have a chance to do those, but we're gonna probably wait for the weekend to start that project because that's gonna take just about the whole day, ripping out the old seats or whatnot. This is my buddy's truck right here. Um, Other than that, my buddy's brother's truck wasn't working. The Jakes were not working. So now that we adjusted the lash on them, they should be working. Anyways, folks, you guys got any questions, comments? You need to show your truck some love, right? Even if it's just looking at things and looking for things that are wrong, things that are gonna take time out of your daily routine, because things are gonna break, whether you like to know it or not. They're gonna break, and if you're not looking for these things, signs for these things, they're gonna be, how do I say it? Making it inconvenient for yourself. All right. So I'm gonna show you guys just a simple thing. A simple thing as a brake hose. Now we can look at this brake hose right here. We can see that this one it looks pretty new, still got the lettering. But when you look at this, you can see that we have some tear here. Now this thing is holding air right now. It is. But after who knows how many more turns, this eventually is going to break open. There's going to be some air coming out. You might not notice it. You might only realize this when the DOT officer pulls you over and then, boom, out of service because this is torn. So a simple part like this, $35, could put you out of service, and you're going to have to pay a mechanic to come out, replace this part, and all that. And this little $35 hose could easily run you $200 to $300 on a service call for just something simple as looking at as a hose. I mean, this is how this game is, folks. You have to give some love to your trucks, right? You have to look for things, all right? Things that the eye can't see, right? You have to look for these things. So here's another thing. Let's see if we can try to show you guys. But if you can take a look, you can see the condition of these belts, all right? What does that tell you? That tells us that these belts are starting to give out. You can see that there. You see all these crispiness on these sides, all right? Now, how is that gonna affect you? You're gonna be driving down the road, these things are gonna break, And depending on your system, whether your water pump is tied into it, you're gonna overheat. You're gonna rip stuff apart over something really, really cheap. I mean, these belts at the right place, you can get them for about 30 bucks a piece. And like I said, 30 bucks a piece, you times that easily by 3 or 5, and that's what you're gonna pay on the road. Simple stuff, folks. All right. Let's see where we got a comment here. There was easy trucking. Will a automatic have the same two-piece as well, or just a manual only? How often do you run an overhead on the engine? You need to run the overhead on the engine once a year. All right. It's actually pretty simple. A lot of people think it's really difficult, but it's actually really, really, really simple. Um, Typical shop can, you might pay 4 or 5 hours on labor for running an overhead. Depending on that, what that price is, 100 bucks. If it's the hourly rate times four, $400. It's gonna take you about, I don't know. It just depends on your, how good you are and how open your engine is. Accessibility, right? It can take you, if you've been doing it for a while, it can be 2 hours, in and out. You might even be able to do it faster than that. But automatics, to be honest, I can't even answer that question, honestly. But I would assume that the automatics will have, either a one piece or two piece. Regardless, a lot of these trucks come with one piece. When you go ahead and replace the clutch, a lot of service places will give you the one piece on there because they're gonna guarantee that warranty, right? That 1 year warranty on your clutch, and they're not gonna want to put the two piece in there. They're not gonna want to put that two piece. They're gonna want to put that one piece so that you're not knocking the door. Hey, like my clutch is not stopping. It takes time for me to put it in gear. So I'm just saying, I think I prefer the two clutch. The manual, the two piece, just for the fact that anybody can pop that piece in, and even if it winds up coming out, you can just easily crawl up under there and pop it in. I mean, it really is that simple. It's not that hard. Other than that, my dad is cracking jokes. Yo, what happened to your hair? Yo, what happened to your hair, pops? All right, you got the receding hairline. I'm getting it too, though. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, um, folks, thanks for tuning in. I've been dropping a lot more videos and trying to get back on it. Just go ahead and keep watching them. If you like them, go ahead and like them. If you dislike them, no. Nonetheless, folks, we're gonna be trucking till we hit 1 million. All right, so it's your boy Hamlet. Mash the like button, mash the subscribe button, mash the dislike button, whatever you want to do, baby. Check y'all later.